Market update time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through the power reversal method. This is amazing and help you identify when the market is likely to change trends. So click on the box above that says Power Reversal to get access now. Alright, hey traders, market update time. Let's have a quick look at the markets across the board. Markets are just closed right now. Dow Jones up nicely. So Dow Jones is up quite nice there. We have the S&P. Let's go to the, this is the Dow Jones here, up quite nicely. Looks like the Dow Jones is going to just continue to run up. There's nothing bearish about this, so it seems like those people that have been trying to call the top have actually gone a bit quiet now, because they're like, oh my goodness, this thing is never going to top out. That's probably when it's going to stop. That's probably when it's going to top out, by the way. But right now, you can see the market's just moving higher, and yeah, very, very nicely there. The same with the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500, you can see that we're at the top of this sort of long term. If I go to the weekly chart, you can see this a lot more clear without the moving averages and stuff in here. But this weekly chart in the S&P, you can see we're just running up and running up and running up. So we haven't had a pullback, guys. We haven't had a decent pullback on the weekly chart for quite some time. Now, if we have a look at this, chart here, because remember guys, this weekly chart, even on the weekly chart, we run up quite a fair bit. We're getting due for a pullback. I'm not saying we're going to get a pullback. I'm just saying we're getting due for that. And you can see, guys, that let's have a look at this here. So this from low to high, that was that point through there. So actually that was very, very, very low to high. It was very similar through there. Low to high, it actually went up just a little bit more than that, as you can see with this angle here. But what I'm saying, guys, is I'm taking probably the maximum length I can see here, like a big length from there to there, from the low to the high. And I'm saying that's generally how long it goes before it has a pullback. Just the pullback, guys, okay? Because that's how it works. We got almost there as well too. We basically got up there to just a little bit sideways, and then we had a pullback. Let's go through here, where that was actually a lot smaller pullback, and let's go here. So right now we're getting right at the very top of this level through here. So I would say, guys, that we may get a little bit more upside, but this is getting very, very sort of stretched out. And the way the market works is it's like an elastic band. If the market keeps stretching out and stretching out and stretching out and stretching out, then what's likely to happen is that, you know, the market is likely to then snap back, and it could be a hard and fast snapback. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a crash, but if we do start to get a bit of a pullback, it might just be a nice 50% retracement, you know, like just low to high. So it might just be a nice retracement back down towards the bottom of this channel, as you can see, right, which is the 50%. So, and there's down through here, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with seeing that. As you can see, that's what the market does. So when you can see that the S&P and the Dow Jones and the Dow, let's go to the Dow Jones here for a minute, and the Dow Jones, you can see how they're just running up sideways and running up. There's no decent pullback, and that's generally what happens. So the more this goes up, the more the elastic band goes up, the more that I'm now starting to get very, very cautious. And by the way, guys, I took off a few trades this morning. They were on long positions, by the way, because of what I'm seeing with the markets now. I'm saying this is me putting on the caution bells, because we're so far away. We're due for some sort of a pullback. You see that there with the S&P, and the same with the Nasdaq, right? The Nasdaq, you know, we've just been going up and up and up and up. We're due for some sort of a pullback. Now, the problem with that whole statement, we're due for a pullback, we don't know how long this is going to go for, right? So, but you can start to put on caution bells. And if you remember last week, guys, I talked about how looking at the 52-day moving average, or the 52 moving average on the weekly chart, that is, you can see how that it doesn't get too far away from the 52 before it comes back. We're getting quite far away right now on the Nasdaq. As you can see, we're getting pretty far away. So it's getting what my mentors and one of my millionaire mentors uses what we call time and price. Time and price is supposed to be equal, and how you measure that is by using a moving average. Simply means if that the market has a big run away from the moving average, the market has done so much price in very little time that time needs to catch up. And so generally what will happen is have a pullback, or it might go through a resting phase for a while, and then the moving average will catch back up, and then we'll go for another run. Does that make sense, guys? So you can see what's happening through the Nasdaq. You see the same thing with the S&P. We've done so much price here in very little time that time needs to catch up, and we will generally get a nice pullback to the moving average. Now I don't think we're going to get a big sort of smack down down to this level here. We may not, guys. Okay, I don't know. But I'm saying that we will eventually revert back to the moving average or very close to it before it continues up. Does it make sense, guys? So you can see here even on the Dow Jones, and you can see that we generally do pull back to the moving average, or we go through a sideways period. So having this for our run, we've had a run up sideways, and we had a run up. Now, for me right now, guys, it's caution bells for long positions for me. Now, I still am trading, and I did take a long position this morning, but I'm very, very quick to get out. Like I was in a trade, and I was in a trade for 3 days just recently, and the trade did nothing, so I got out with a small loss. You know what I mean, guys? So that's basically what I did, and so I'm very quick. And again, I got into another long position today. And I'll be very quick to get out of that as well too, and you know, if it doesn't start moving for me, knowing what's happening here as well, you know, knowing what's happening. This market right now, guys, is putting the caution, there's putting caution bells, there's putting warning bells that we're getting very extended here, and we're getting very close to, I believe we're getting very close to a pullback soon. Again, guys, the problem with that statement is that when we get into these raging bull markets, we don't know how long it's going to extend before we get the pullback. So generally what will happen is that by the time I say we're due for a pullback, it might go for another run for a whole week, and then we get the pullback. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, caution in the markets. Are we about to get a pullback? Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get more free education about trading, then click on the box that says free trading course. This is a free trading course. It goes for around 12 hours long. It's about 12 videos long. Covers everything from chart reading, mindset, trading systems, money management, trade management, everything you need to get yourself ahead in the markets. And if you'd like to get my help personally, then click on the box that says get John's help, and you'll be able to see how you can get my help personally. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.